Hello my friends, welcome to my live stream. My name is Wilfred. So this game is called the Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr, and a game that I've been playing for really a lot of time, that I've sung onto it. For some strange reason, I kind of like love the whole universe, as well as the lore, as well as the entire setup of the the classes as well. And I'm looking forward, of course, to the new classes coming up this early fall. And a special shout out to all those who has joined my stream right now. I'm still kind of new to the whole streaming work, and my time zone is always a little bit strange for the my friends in the US or Europe or Australia. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for joining the stream. Now I've making full advantage of Week of Redemption. Now, how does it come about is that this game has recently done a server migration to America web service AWS, and suffice to say, while they try to make it all perfect, it wasn't that perfect, and there are some loss in progress here and there. So they give us a double XP reward, and also the loot and influence gain as well. I must say I'm really rocking it right now. If you take a look at my my timing, in around less than 30 hours, I'm 85 already, which I don't really speed play. I think a lot of you may be better in getting the fastest way to level 100. I don't. So suffice to say, I'm really happy. Usually it takes around 100 hours to get to level 100. I think my tech priest I done about 115 hours. So and my psyker did about my psyker did about 80 hours. So you could actually get to 100 in around 80 hours. But I mean, this is really fast. The progress is pretty amazing. Double XP. So if you like to level things up, that is the best time to do it. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this assassin as well, because all three of them, the Crusader, Psyker, as well as the Tech Priest, all three of them are Puritan. So in order to get 100% Steam achievement, I have got to pick a Radical. Looking back, I think my Psyker should have been a Radical one, because my Psyker could have been like a warp kind of class, but I didn't. I picked the Puritan way, which is more likely to be safer choice. But since I'm getting a lot more experience with the game, so why not try a Radical? Radical, I'll show you in just a bit what it means by that. Let's just play some games here. I'm going to try to level her up as much as I can in today's session. A lot of intel, a lot of I'll probably have some seasonal boss missions as well. It could be fun to watch. And then I do a little bit of Warzone, because I said it many times, even in my kind of leveling guide, that not many people like the Warzone, but I kind of like it because if you do it at level, meaning that you don't lag too behind, because every time you level you should do 2 of this mission, the reward tend to be pretty good. I mean, I could do Intel a couple of times, nothing much come up, but the Warzone does reward me pretty well from an itemization perspective. Not experience not that fantastic. So now take a look at my radical assassin. My radical assassin is you can either do a radical path or Puritan path, and I would say Puritan. If you are serious about endgame, just pick the Puritan because of some of these really nice kind of, I would say, affixes or passive is, you got the Holy Shield, you got a max kind of like plus 4% max XP, plus 2% bonus damage bonus to everybody around you if you team up as well. And this is really good because you can get XP and a suppression regeneration when you kill a demon, and it's quite often that a demon, there are some tarot cards that spawn a demon when you kill a champion as well. So all these are really nice to have, as a Puritan. And then you have a 20% bonus against the demon and demon engine. So like if you play the Azure Void Crusade, this is super useful. It's 20% above what you have, and that is the really one plus point about Puritan. The warp assistant is really good as well, because I found that warp damage are the most like a tricky one in this game. And if you manage to get a 20% warp resistance on top of whatever that you are trying to build up, it is a cool thing, all right? And you don't need to put too much on gearing as well. And there are some affixes in tarot card that will constantly deal warp damage to you, like those, you know, cards that that has it, and you get a constantly 5% damage bonus on those maps or missions. So why not, right? So this is not that. I don't really use a Warp Thorn, and the also 5% bonus against Chaos and Dark Elder enemies, and as well as, I mean, no, why not, right? All these are really good kind of like affixes. Sorry, passive. May not be for Tag Priest, because Tag Priest, you know, all this doesn't really kind of like, except this one here. I don't think this is really, I mean, do you count Construct as allies? I don't know, because for Tag Priest, whether all these are really useful or not is very debatable, because a lot of the construct, the damage are from the construct, and none of them are really relevant to construct. But I think, yeah, for Tag Priest, I mean, Tag Priest is another story for another day, but I've done enough Tag Priest for this. Now, if you look at Radical, what is useful in Radical, in my opinion, of course, the little bit of experience gain is I don't mind that. I mean, you know, look, leveling in this game is like an end game, right? On its own, getting to 100 can be quite a journey. So 15% experience gain is good. 25% for the warp damage to heal instead of doing damage is useful, because inevitably you will face the bosses or enemy that does the warp damage. So you, in fact, you mitigate 25% to heal yourself instead of taking the damage, and sometimes the damage could be quite big, right? But the rest of it, I really don't get it. I mean, you know, whether I want to reflect the warp damage back to the attacker, or I could actually, I was thinking about this. You know, maybe you guys can help me out here, right? So now these are the lower tier kind of like passive. The higher tier passive, this is quite good, because I'm, you know, Assassin is a crit based kind of like character, unlike say Tag Priest. So I get the plus crit hit strength, and the crit hit strength is very interesting kind of way to design, because you have crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and crit hit strength is how big you scale up the damage. You know, that's precisely it, by chance base. And this is kind of interesting, because if say you cap at 60%, you still, you know, probably take a few hits before you get a crit. So you know, that could be useful. So that's one of them. Another one that I am thinking of is to convert all my damage into warp damage after taking a hit. And you know, if you are taking quite a lot of hits as an assassin, which I think we do, that is not too bad. I mean, as well, because then, you know, your warp damage become 5% bonus to it, and plus another 40% on it, then your warp damage is pretty cool, right? So, you know, if I do hit or physical, I can convert all this warp damage, but it's not that consistent. Now, there is some doctrine that convert the physical damage into warp damage, but there's none that convert the hit damage into warp damage. So I don't see you know, something that I could build. I think, you know, picking these two could be interesting, but it's not something that I you know, because I dodge a lot as well. So I maybe for Crusader, I'm not quite sure. And last but not the least, this is kind of interesting. If you want a Berserker build, a Berserker need to lose 10% or X% of you know, XP or health in order to get a Berserker token. I think one of the conditions is that. So you constantly not at the 100% health, so you constantly have some kind of like damage bonus to you. A bit of remind me of Blade in Marvel Heroes. If you remember playing Blade, is that the lower the health, the bigger the damage. So just don't somehow remember that. Anyway, a lot of talk on the Radical and Puritan, but because I thought it's kind of interesting to show it to you. I'm all the way to the max of Radical. Storyline wise though, I found that the story of Radical is more humane, I would say. The story of the Puritan choices can be a bit too, how should I say, zealous, I would say. I don't know whether it's the right English word or not, but just a bit, I guess if you're Puritan, you kind of like stay strong in faith with the emperor, and anything that deviate from it, you know, even a bit of like a deviation here, say, you know, kind of gray area, you kind of you know, if you must kill, you kill, because that is for the emperor. But I find that radical, if you play the storyline, is a little bit more human. The choices you made are a bit more flexible, I would say, and it kind of play a little bit better from my point of view, because I do like to discover a storyline in a different angle. So I've been playing 3 characters as a Puritan, so I've seen how Puritan choices are, but I haven't really played a radical one. And I wish there was somewhere in between, like, you know, how nice if there was just someone that is I don't know what you call it, like I don't know what I mean, like neutral party, right? Like, you know, you're neither Puritan nor radical, but you make choices based on situation. So some situation you may say, you know, I want to save this person. Some situation you may say, I want to kill that person because it's just not right. Rather than I'm being forced to either take all the Puritan choices in the whole entire storyline versus all the radical choices in the whole entire storyline. Sometimes I want to make different choices, right? So I wish there's a third line to this thing that show that you are kind of flexible in either way, neither Puritan nor radical, and you have a different tree to it, like, you know, you have a different passive set that is somewhere in between, like in the middle of nowhere, and you have different set of like a passive that may benefit from the fact that you are more flexible in terms of, you know, you're neither Puritan fully nor fully radical. So I don't know, maybe in a Warhammer 40,000 setting this does not exist. I mean, you guys have to tell me that, not quite sure. All right, cool. Now I think enough talking, let's play a little bit, and after that explain my build a little bit. All right, so I'm going to play a bit of intel, and I buffed myself with the XP already, another 100% on top of whatever kind of like you know, double XP that I have, so it's going to be pretty good playing alone. And I'm going to play intel here. And just to PM you guys, my assassin, I'm not as comfortable as, say, a tech priest, and I'm still getting the gear, you know, leveling up the gear, and I'm going to probably play around 5 to 8 level above, and I'm not going to go anything further than that because it's going to be a little bit painful, and I'm not going to like spend too much time just to kite around kind of thing. You'll see in just a bit. So I'm hoping in time to come I'll get the confidence as I play the Tap Priest, but I think Tap Priest is probably an outliner because you have all the passives, all the tanking. You can just stay behind that and take all the damage. As Assassin I can't, so I'm going to do a +5 here. So just bear in mind that there's already a fair bit of like hazard in the map, in the mission. So let's do a +5. What happened? Okay, this is fine. This is one of the most lenient hazard for the death related. This day I like to pick this card, the Superstition. That would give me the physical resist, which is fine. I don't really care about that. I pick a more tarot card, I think, and I think that would be it. All right, this is level 90 map. Let's start with it. All right, I've been really enjoying the assassin. My last video, I keep referring my assassin as a psyker because you know, I'm not used to doing video on the assassin. My second time actually. This is a live stream for the assassin gameplay. This is a Spin2win kind of build. I'll talk a little. I'll share my build in just a bit, but it's going to be decoy. So every 23 seconds there will be a new decoy come out, and I think I can have up to 6 of them, if I'm not wrong. All right, cool. Let's just start to play some games here. So it's pretty straightforward. Do a bit of dashing, and after that, and just spin around. You know, I need a bit of time to make myself more awesome. It just some of the buff that will come in the picture in just a bit. Do I need to take down all these mobs? Probably not. I mean, but yeah. I mean, where is them? Sometimes it's really hard to see. All right, cool. I think I can just skip all these things. Some of them I can't. Yeah, a bit of surprise as well. I use a teleport because of the surprise. I think the whole bunch of enemy coming up this way, and just wipe away these things here. So it's a bit like, you know, this is a +5 map, but normally it shouldn't be that that challenging, but you know, this is a assassin that I'm still work in progress here. But I mean, it's a lot more durable than initially. Alright, cool. And don't forget, I mean, there are some hazard that is pretty terrible as well, right? So some of the hazard make them resist the heat and so on. So that also play a part in terms of how well or how not well the build performs, the hazard. Alright, cool. Alright, so it's a bit of like, you know, just hide them around, and a bit of shock as well. I do a bit of shock. Alright, Alright, let's just get on with it.
Undesired variable removed.
Alright, done. Third one coming up. Done. Yep, that is it. Mission success. There's a chest there. Let's see what it is. Probably just a small, tiny one. Not quite worth the effort to. Ooh, wow! There's a whole bunch there. Yeah. What are they? See what kind of chest I have here before I log off. So this is 49,000 XP, not that bad. As and I got some kind of autos as well, you know, from this intel. So not that bad. I mean, and yep. So this is it, first round, and I'll do a couple of rounds, and I'm hoping that some of the boss mission will come up in just a bit. So now let's take a look at the build. Right? I think that's probably the more interesting thing, the gear and so on. Okay, oh, inoculator. So, okay, throughout this stream is that if I found anything good, as in any gear good, I'll try to craft it in front of you guys as well. I only have about 4 million credit, which is kind of tiny. Probably not enough to do anything that is workable. So now, whether I should keep this or not, the answer is no, because it's only 1 red. I prefer 2 red. One is to heal myself, another one is to replenish the suppression. I found that usually if I'm in a deep yogurt situation, I do need, usually my suppression is already all gone by the time that, you know, my health dropped to a point where I need to heal myself. So I do need to get healed plus the suppression. Now, of course, I can get morphine. Morphine is a pretty cool thing that can instantly replenish your health and suppression, but it gives you like, I think 5 stacks of physical vulnerability for 20 seconds, which is pretty long. So you may be able to heal yourself really fast, but then you suffer for quite a fair bit. Maybe you need to kite for another 20 minutes, which is no fun. So in this case, this is not something that I'll use, and I'll just chuck it off. Now, what kind of build I've got? Now, I've got some really cool weapon here. I've got a pair of the Arc Blade. Now, Arc Blade is the one that you see. Now, I have a Blade Storm. Blade Storm is a fantastic DPS. Look at that, it's 9,166 at my level. That's not too bad. I mean, you know, that kind of DPS because of the cooldown upon 3 seconds. But, you know, each hit is 3,900, which is not that bad either. So, Blade Storm is pretty cool. It has a high suppression. So, so what I usually do is as I bring the boss down to the suppression states, then I'll do a lot of Blade Storm, because that is where the Blade Storm really shines. And also they have the combo as well. It's a deck out combo. So every time you hit, you increase the crit chance by a certain percentage, and it never say how much, but you know, it's sort of like, you know, just nice to have, I guess. Another one that is a void type art. I hope I pronounce it properly, because usually my friends in YouTube will laugh at me, not laugh in a friendly kind of way, just remind me how I should pronounce English. And I think you know, I'll be doing a streaming later on America Truck Simulator, and that's even more hilarious because a lot of towns in America I just can't pronounce the English. I think it's a bit of Spanish there, perhaps, or just like, you know, weird. So anyway, this is a Voltac arc, and the good thing about this is it does chain and shock, so you can do a shock as well. It does burning as well, which is kind of important because I do have some kind of build mechanism whereby if I burn something, then apply the hit vulnerability, which is good, right? Because you take more hit damage. So this is a pretty cool one. Usually I use it to debuff. The whirlwind attack is good against a flashbane, so those that doesn't have a bar below, like those regular mobs or those like hordes, they don't have a suppression bar below, unlike the boss, unlike some of these like champions or villains. So it is super, it's really good against those unarmored one. Of course, if you pick a tarot card that make everything armor or heavily armored, then you toss it out of the window. But flashbane is nice. It's channel as well as shock, so you can build around channel as well. So you wish to. From my experience though, I play the whirlwind Crusader to the point whereby I actually buff the area damage. I thought that I could just, this is my holy grail, I can just buff it until it kills off everything. But unless I get it wrong, I don't think this is a really good DPS compared to say the single target, which is like 9,000 plus, it's only 4,000, so it's a bit more than half, but still. And it's not really good against, unlike this one, is armor piercing, so ignore armor. Armor piercing is fantastic, ignore armor. So even if heavily armor or armor, you cannot mitigate the damage at all. So it's fun for the regular mobs, but it's not something that I would put a lot of effort to it. And also, unlike the Crusader, if I get it correctly, Crusader actually do bleeding as well as you do whirlwind. I don't think this one does anything. It's just to shock, that's all. Then you can have the Vortex Leap, which is a good AoE. The DPS, of course, is pretty bad, but the point is not to DPS. The point is to stun. It gives you the same amount of punch, same punch as more or less like a Blade Storm. Of course, it doesn't have the kind of cooldown reduction like the Blade Storm, but it has a good utility to just jump around and so on, especially for those enemy that cover as well. It is very important to know what's behind all the tag, because otherwise the game just become button mashing. Not going to go through all the fixes, but I'm very, very happy with my two blades. So one of them, these two it's not identical like last time, but I got both of them from seasonal boss. So I know that some of you prefer to play non-season because it's just too tedious to level up a character again, and or you just want to continue where you left off. My personal advice is forget about non-season, right? Because leveling up a character is going to be equally hard either way, and it's more so for the non-season, because for season, every now and then I got a seasonal boss mission, and it's really a lot of XP there. And I got really a lot of good loots there as well. And the loots are also in a way that they have some special affixes that is relevant to the season. And I got seasonal gems as well. Like for example, the which one have I got? I don't think I have it in here. I have it in my tag place to apply the judgment shard that apply vulnerability. So season is much faster than non-season. If you think about it that way. And the last 20 level is always the hardest to level up. So if you have a level 60, level 70 character, just by no means just go and come to a season and just roll another one. It saves you a lot of trouble trying to gear up yourself or get to 100, because it's just so hard in non-season. My personal view anyway. So yeah, I've got two blades here, and both of them are very cool. Not going to go through the rest of it, but basically I've got the channel skill dealt in a 6 meter radius amount target. I get a short aura for 2 seconds on kill. Now short, by the way, only affect those enemy that doesn't have suppression bar, or those enemy that you bring down the suppression to yellow and amber and red, right? And I don't even need to roll the fixes. I think both of them looks fantastic. I can accept all these fixes. I may change the value between them, but I think these are really good pair of weapon. I'm really happy. Signum perspective, I've got, I know some of you been asking me to go and get yourself a Signum or Wisdom. Still, I can just buy one. You can't. And in my season with the Crusader and Psyker, I have tons of Signum of Wisdom for whatever reason. I got 100% experience gain towards the end of it. I don't for my Assassin. Tab Priest, I didn't even see one, to be honest. But it's good. I miss the Ancient weapon, because for Tab Priest, Ancient item doesn't make sense. None of these have like construct. Very few ancient will have a construct kind of element to it. They give you crit chance for what? I mean, I can't use crit chance for my tech priest, right? It doesn't crit. All the construct don't crit. So it's good that go back to the whole ancient kind of gearing. These are just okay. I mean, this is 72 okay. I mean, has two red, and the champion has chance to drop the supply charge. Now, why is it important? Because I'm using surprise. So this is called personal teleporter, and the this one is called surprise. You see surprise there. Now, what you mean by surprise is that it does 30% damage bonus, 5% crit hit chance, 30% supreme dodge bonus. Means that if you hit the dodge cap at 60, I believe, it give you another 30% on top of it. So after you do a surprise, you've got the a duration, which I think maybe I don't know how what's the I think the duration is 1.5 seconds. For that, at least 1.5 seconds, you are pretty awesome for a while. And usually there are other kind of like gear option as well if you want to do a surprise. So I'm having that, so I'm really happy and thankful. I use a decoy, so I like to use hollow field. I always call it hollow friend, but hollow field that duplicate for the fight for me for 60 seconds. So I think I got down to 23 seconds is a cooldown. So 23 seconds is not quite okay. I think at maximum I have 4 of them. If I bring it down to even further, like 20 seconds, I think I will be able to. Okay, so this is the 23 seconds. Yeah. So if I can bring it down to 20 seconds, for example, then I can have 3 in total, or less than 20 seconds. But there's a lot of investment on the passive side, which I may or may not be inclined to do it. I could do a support here. So all these thing, all these I can have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is 8%, right? 8% cooldown. Yeah, I think just about bridging the sub 20. So if I pick up this 1, 2, 3, 4 points, which I may, by the way, then my Psyker may have like a 6 permanent hollow field, provided that they don't die, which they do sometimes. So yeah, the rest of it just movement speed and the focus state when suppression is protected, and so on. I have a chance to gain Enrage token as well. Enrage will provide me with damage buff, and there's a cap to Enrage. And passive I'm not going to go through everything, but it's a usual melee critical hit. So because that's what I'm doing, right? And the rest of it is really defense and health, and some more movement to cut down cooldown, some more suppression to give me more kind of buff to the damage, and that's all about it. Alright, cool. Okay, I think enough talking. Let's do another one. Just intel and introducing Assassin to you if you haven't replayed. I thought it's going to be the weakest of all. Well, I mean, I don't know whether weakest or not, but it's the fastest. Okay, die and fail the mission, whatever. I hope I don't die. This one is 70% rock resist. It's not relevant to me. And I've got the okay, let's start. Don't die. I should remind myself. Okay. So another intel. Intel is the best way to get experience points to level up your character. And usually, of course, if I don't talk too much while playing the game, I can do a lot faster, and I do a lot faster as well. So let's see, summon all my
demons,
decoy.
Enact the Emperor's will and purge the universe of their taint.
And like I said, you don't need to kill off it. Oh, this is purge, right? Funny, because I was about to skip, I was about to skip all the mobs. I was like, hang on, have I got everything? Okay, fine. You see, my decoy died already, right? I mean, these are poison, and poison is pretty tough. Yep, I just do a surprise and buff my damage a little bit. I'm only down with 2. Whoa, this is quite bad. We just take down this guy. I have to run away because they will explode with the poison. Sometimes you can't really see. Yeah, I just need to run away a little bit. Yeah, but it's very fluid. Just remind me of the good old Crusader, because Crusader is pretty cool as well. But I think Crusader has a cooldown on the whirlwind. This one doesn't really have a cooldown. Like you can just pop whirlwind anytime you want, and it's super cool. Alright, cool. Alright, surprise. So I pin him down. Get rid of this guy as well. Yep. So yeah, I mean I like it. It's so much fluidity, so much action going on, like, you know. And I need to do a dodge like every other, like, you know, second. You know, when I do a dodge, I get all this kind of buff as well. You know, really kind of cool stuff. Yeah, let's go. It's quite fast as well. The movement wise, the dodging, I can do manual dodging as well. Yeah, and I think a bit of toxic kind of entity. Right, there's a poison on the floor as well. You have to like really mindful of that. Shock it. So this champion there. I could actually hang on. You know what I do? I should just get the supply box here. I do quite a bit of like surprise, and that give me damage buff and all the nice buff as well. Okay, let's just dodge across. Yeah. Alright, so there's a guy there, and I just want to stay away from the poison cloud. It's really, I mean, just like Diablo, I mean, probably is I don't know whether it's easier to see or not. After a while you can't get it, you know. Hey, there's a poison cloud there as well. Look on the floor here, you see that? So if you stand there, it's just like it melts you so fast, it's not even funny. Alright, it's a lot of stuff here. Dash a bit, and then after jump, it's a lot more fluid, I would say. Dash a bit, then jump. Done. Alright, get out from the poison. Just need to make sure that I've got all the... Oh, this is not bad, it's a big chest. I'm still having the seasonal buff of 86. Alright, cool. Oh, this one have to be careful. The trapper is the one that... Oh man. I need to pop a shield actually. Not shield, the med kit. Or inoculator. Alright, my frame rate is pretty bad right now, apologies. It's just an old machine. I intend to get one new one of these days. When I get richer. Alright, that's done. Yeah, go back here. I mean, it's very fluid. It's very nice and fluid. It's more fluid, agile than the Crusader for sure. I mean, many times. I landed the wrong place. I swear it wasn't like I wasn't meaning to go there. Okay, get out from the poison. Yep. Oh man, this fire guy is terrible as well.
But you can certainly fight, Inquisitor.
There must be a boss somewhere. I don't know whether I'm missing it or not. I think there should be a boss somewhere. Usually they do have a boss somewhere. Alright, done. Now I can take away the minimap. Alright, done. Yo, yeah, I level up. Have I leveled up? Yes, I have. Yay. Well, I should have shown you how much XP I've got. I think another 40,000 or so. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm happy, man. I mean, it looks pretty strong. May not be as strong as my Tat Priest, but I'm 86 right now. So now, what happened when I turned 86? Not in real life, of course, man. I mean, still a long way to go. What happened when I turned 86? So I'm gonna do a war zone, like I said before. And now I won't pop the XP for war zone because it just doesn't make sense. I could do my passive, and I would do something like suppression. That's what I'm building up. And some of these are really good kind of things to have. Maybe I work on my damage reduction because currently oh wow, check this out. I'm max on the resist. So okay, let me see what it means, right, guys? What it means is that I could potentially take off some of this gear that I'm using to do up my resist. If what am I doing? If I take away one of them, what will happen? Oh, nice. Ancient gear are good gear, man. So I can take off one, or if I take off another one. Right, cool. Am I still at cap? So it's just nice. I don't need to overdo. I can have like 2 more damn shot that go into the thing here. Now the question is that what do I do then if I don't need to do a or resist, right? And the answer is very straightforward. In a way, it would be the crit hit strength. There's no brainer. I'll tell you why in just a bit. So I'm going to swap the 2 all resist into the 2 into the strength, right? And oh man. The UI is a bit clunky, or just a user issue. Now, the crit hit strength, right? If you look at the crit here, my crit is not that fantastic, 25%. Right? I'm still working on it. I try to get more crits. Crit hit strength is that it gives you the kind of like, when you crit hit, right? The game roll 1 to 100. Then add the crit hit strength to the result to determine the damage multiplier. So if I have 50, means that I can have maximum 50 to 150, yeah, 51 to 150, correct? For those, some of you may not be too much into mathematics. So because my crit hit strength is 50, I can when I roll a dice, it'll be 51 to 150. That means that my crit will be doing at least 200% damage, up to 350% damage. Now, if I add a little bit more, maybe another 10. And that is from my passive, right? If you see the gear I've got, if I don't crit, I get crit hit strength, right? And that is when you bring it to the big rewarding 400% damage, So that is how the crit works in this game. It's fantastic once you kind of get the hang of it, right? So anyway, that's the gist of it. My damage reduction is 40%, so I don't mind using this to push my damage reduction, right? I mean, it's not a lot. And this is resilient is important because when I stand on the poison, if you recall just now, if I don't move away, my health will drop very fast. But then if I am having this note, then I have a 50% damage reduction against DOT. I think that will be stacked against the current DOT damage reduction I have, because there's a capped damage reduction which is 60%. So I think this is 50% on top of the 60% should you cap it. So that is my speculation. Maybe I need to try out and just stand on the poison and see how long does it take to kill my character. Or not. So now I just level up. So usually what I'll do after I level up is do a very quick war zone, because that's when you can just keep up with the level. Otherwise it's a bit too behind, and you may get some nice item. I have quite a lot of quite a few upgrades from the war zone. Majority of them is from seasonal. And the good thing about doing war zone is that because it's so easy, it's just at a level with a few hazard, you tend to collect a lot of shards as well, which is for your seasonal objective, seasonal power mechanism. So it worked really well. Yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of seasonal kind of thing, so why not, right?
Lay waste to their strongholds and show no mercy.
Yeah, I mean, it just melt everything rightfully so. And I always check out like which one get the judgment from the Emperor. I mean, it's so fast and easy. I mean, that is like really easy.
Overran
which is fine. I mean, I don't really have complaint on that, seriously.
The strong point is ours. Move on.
Yeah, so yeah, that's done. Very good. Yeah, so it's a lot faster, as you can see at my level, even with the hazard that's been added in it. It's fine. Yo, that's done. That's done as well. And this cool.
This fortified zone is finally ours. Blessed be the God Emperor. Capture the next.
Okay, done. I mean, it's not a lot of XP like I said, but it's pretty cool.
Today.
I mean, you can check out the amount of XP. What is this running person? So it's 10,000. It's a far cry from the if you double it up, you get like 40,000. I mean, it's not too bad because of the hazard. It's not that great either. So with that said, I mean, that's one war zone. Do another one. Then after that, the level will jump. So 86, right? So you can just start again. The server lag a little bit after the migration, I must say. You have to wait until the reward go into your inventory. That take forever, like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Then you can start another one. In the past, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. In the past, it was quite instantaneous. You can just keep going and you can keep selling items. But now it's just, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I will continue to feedback to the developer, and they are very attentive to the Steam forum as well. Alright, cool. What am I supposed to do? Just okay, just need to kill something, right? Cool.
And this construct of evil will come crashing down.
Alright. Alright, so that's done. Yep, that's done as well. Yep. Why not supply box? Yep. Yeah, since they have the judgment mark onto them, I don't mind because I need to farm a little bit of that for my seasonal boss. And just like I move it die, Spin2win, huh?
Damnation is eternal.
Alright, cool. Yep. Yeah, so that's done. Chest. It's a big one. Let's see if I'm lucky. I think it's alright. Oh no, I missed. I went too far. Yeah, that's done. Another 10k is, I mean, compared to the kill speed, I mean 9.7k. I mean, I think everything in perspective is not too bad. Let's see what kind of loot I've got from these 2 short runs. Okay, so next one is 87. Just stay. I don't need to do 87 right now. When I level up to the 87, I'll do it. And then after that, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, for 2 run, that's at my level, which is a bit of hazard, right? Compared to the one that I've done like Intel plus all these Terracotta. I mean, there are still some items. Sometimes they do have decent ones, right? So yeah, probably not this one, but that's okay. I mean, that's part of the loot game. You keep playing and you can keep like, getting a chance to like a slot machine, right? So Warzone is not bad. It's fast, and it does give you the reward even with that kind of speed, right? So meanwhile, let's do another. I want to do another kind of intel until I get the boss seasonal one. That'll be good. 87. So I plugs it to so it's okay. So this is pretty big map because it does double amount of supporting enemies, yeah. And reflect physical damage, I don't mind. That's fine. Horde enemy is harder to kill. Immune to attack that deal less than 200 damage. That could mean that on my burning kind of like a DOT may not work. Warp resist, I mean that's really fine. 16,000 XP assist. So let's see if I bump me up 5 level up. 2 life, that's fine. Superstition, that is +1 champion, that is fine too. And then Terror card, I think for me. Terror card will be hit resist for melee enemies. I mean, you could also ask yourself one thing, like, do I really want to have the hit resist, because it does make my clear time a little bit slower. Maybe the answer is that, well, let's not do that because it's just too like you know, not that great. So you can either do something like crit hit disable. If I was a tech priest playing tech priest, that's fine, I don't really mind. But if I'm not, assassin without crit is really terrible. At least mine assassin, right? So you fish a bit, like, you know, resources generate with time, regenerate 80% slower. That may hit my adrenaline, and you know what, let's not play this. Let's just go along with this hit resist, whatever. So you have a whole bunch of like you know, hazard. And by right, of course, I mean the clear time is not going to be fantastic because not just at the level, right? You could look at the level without any tarot cards. So you can go to a mission, pick a high kind of like level map, and you think, oh, that's +5, right, or +6. But this is with a whole bunch of like hazard, huh?
The warp gates are active.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's just slower, of course, than just now, right? It's just not as fast. Oh, the end. Yep. Let's just keep going. I just need to destroy this structure. That's it. Done. And meanwhile, I don't mind taking this down because sometimes you do have, like, you know, nice thing like tarot card and all. It's all from here. Yep. Woo! This is a Psyker. Psyker usually is quite tough. It's one of my least favorite bosses. It just hurt me so badly. Yo, I love the way it leaps. It's so cool. Alright, let's just keep pushing. Right, there you go. Yep, that's done. Yay. I mean, I like the gameplay a lot. This build is kind of fun to play so far. Yeah. It's a lot. Inoculator. Ooh, big boss time. What is this boss? Let me see. It's hard to see. Is it dead already? I think it's dead. Or not. It is dead. Alright. Oh! Overshot. Yeah, the Horde enemy has more XP. That's why it seems a bit like harder to kill. By all illusion. Surprise! Surprise! Do a leap. Yeah, done. So this should give me like maybe 40,000 XP at least. I hope. And it's not even multiplayer, right? I mean, it's 53,000, 44,000, right? Because of the number of hazard that it has. It's good. I mean, this is not even multiplayer. Can you imagine if someone grew with me right now, like from my cable, and usually the XP will go up much higher, right? Another 50% or so. So it's so much better when you group with the co-op with people. So yeah, that is it. My seasonal mission is still assist. There's no change to it. It's 88. So I'm hoping to get an upgrade soon. Otherwise, it may get a bit too hard, I would say. So I did intel. Look, I mean, there's no relics, no ancient relics, no archaeotech relics, right? So that's what I meant. Warzone is not bad. Although it's kind of a bit boring at your level. You tend to clear it too fast. Okay, 56 silence the gun is a whole bunch of affixes that's already against me, and there are 2 villains as well. And dying will fail the mission. Again, why not? I mean, it's not Void Crusade. There's no. I mean, if it fails, then you can just play another one. There's so many intel. I got tons of intel. The only thing that I don't really like, this game, right? It's kind of hard to tell what exactly have I added in. Is it added the? So I have to deselect it. Select it. Okay, so I get a continuous warp damage during the mission, which is not bad, right? Remember, warp. Well, actually, it's bad because I'm not the Puritan, but I guess on hindsight I probably get healed along the way. So we will see. I've never done this with Radical with the 20 HP per second continuous warp damage. So we'll see how that go. Do a tarot card as well. Let's not do beat. Probably not. I don't want them to be all armored. It's already bad as it is. Duplicate this one here maybe. I can't tell what I've added. I think it's a physical assist, resist for all enemy, which is fine. 91 with more hazard that I can kind of memorize or remember, and I think I just need to get on with it. All right, coming up very soon. Fantastic.
Inquisitor. The Argus scans show multiple heavy weapon platforms in close
Not
vicinity,
too bad.
keeping the Imperium forces under fire. Act quickly, or soon there will be no one left to thank.
This is a plaque one, so you have to be very careful. Move out from the plaque cloud. There's a lot of plaque cloud. You see that? It's hard to see, I must say. Surprise! Alright, that's done, I would say. Still one more here, is it? Alright, cool. I think I just had. Okay, maybe I turn off the map because it's easier for you guys to see.
Confirmed. Target offline.
Let's get rid of this guy here. Okay, just the poison cloud bit there. I mean, sometimes you probably can't see it. Ooh, take it out. Ow. Yeah, don't get killed by all this hazard, huh? Alright, there's a whole bunch there. Oh man. It's a Psyker. Never a big fan of Psyker. As an enemy, of course. When I play a Psyker, I'm having a lot of fun. As an enemy, I'm not. Oh, there's another villain there. I'm just wondering why there is. Oh! It's Psyker, huh? Yeah. Okay, man. I don't know why my decoy was turned off. I got a macro for my decoy, by the way. Ooh, there's someone there behind. Right, I just destroyed all this. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit scary because of the hazard that I've got set up myself in this mission. But there's still more to come, huh? Right.
Kill confirmed. Target offline.
I don't know whether this one dying does dying fail the mission? No idea. Alright, that's done. This is the Plague Marine. Just need to move out once they die because of the AoE, the poison. It get more. Oh man. Okay, at least get sorted there. Alright, get out from the poison cloud. I got one more surprise. It's a Psyker commander. Using my best single target, I would say. You see the poison here when I go into it, it's sort of like, you know, it eats up quite a lot. You know, it seems to penetrate all my suppression as well.
That's a success, I guess.
Alright, done. And for that, I'm being rewarded with 48,000. 48,000, is it good or bad? I thought it should be higher. Consider the number of hazard that I'm bearing with my assassin. So yep, for those who just tune in, yes, I'm playing the assassin right now. I'm trying out this Spin2win kind of build because one of you been saying quite a fair bit to me about the assassin using the spin of Spin2win, and I'm happy to have a pair of very awesome, well, at least at my level, very nice art blade, so I can play around with a little bit of Spin2win. I thought I'll be using my old weapon, which is the what is it called, the the Null Rod, because Null Rod is good for anti-Psyker. Yeah, I mean, as you know, Psyker bosses are really tough to handle. So anti-Psyker is good. I got three ability that have like anti-Psyker, right? So two ability, and I like Null Rod. It's so many. You can blind, you can shock, giant killer, anti-Psyker, stun, knockback, slow, restrain, knockdown, cell rod, breacher, like any affixes that you can think of is in the Null Rod. But just the damage a bit too lower than I would have wanted, because the DPS is 9k, right? This one is versus the 5k, so you do sacrifice quite a lot of like DPS. Okay, let's see. And I've got this item that it's a good that you can earn Berserker token when a judgment spell is triggered. So if you play the non-season, of course, you won't get to have some of these pretty nice interesting items that kind of change the way you play the character, I would say. Yeah. Okay, now let me do one more intel. I hope that this time around I'll get my seasonal boss, because I already at 89. It's neither here nor there, because if I do, I think the next one is 90. I don't think I'll go 95, so I'll do 92. Let's see. Yeah, these are all by chance, right? Because every time when you collect the shard, you upgrade your seasonal mission. I need the boss one, because boss one is the only one that's worth playing. The rest of it is probably a waste of time. Cool. Let me see. Let's do another intel here. What kind of hazard am I facing here? So it's 89. So it's three level above me. I'll just +2. I'm not going to do something crazy. It's +2 villain here, and then you have champion as well. So I'll do a +2 here, because there's really no point to get too high and then get too slow. Then I pick a few of these things here. It's still +5. Yeah, it's the dying fail the mission, so try not to die, of course, is the key. And a whole bunch of hazard as well, altogether 6 of them, I think. And let's see how it goes. And I think after this one, I may be able to level up. If not, then the next round. I'm hoping to get the seasonal boss mission source to show you guys. That part of it I think is very very exciting for a seasonal boss. It's always very exciting, at least for me. Alright.
Full Auspex lock acquired. Pseudo-kinetic tracking is on.
Right, so yet another... Oh, there's a whole bunch of things here, man, really. Oh, is that poison? I think there's poison as well. Are these like... Wow, they all like... Where are they? Right. Is on the other side or what? Okay, what boss am I having to deal with? Surprise! Yep. So there's the tarot card. Yeah, right. Yep, just help out a little bit. And these are all very angry orc. I don't know what is this. Big guys. Yeah, that's it. The whole bunch of them. Oh, there's a villain there, by the way. You can see that, huh? I can't move. I think I can't see right now. Let's just take off the map. I mean, there is a lot of mobs here. Yep, for some strange reason I need to get rid of these guys here. Alright, let's do a surprise to the... Oh my goodness, cycle. Yeah, I'm really not liking the cycle, so... as a boss, of course, as always. Have to clarify that. Alright, let's go! Fantastic. Feels really good. Yep, there's a lot of things like intel, I think, maybe. Yeah. Now let me try to get, where is it? Where are the rest of them? Let me try to get the shrine, maybe? I don't know. I slay in thy name. That's what the thing say. Okay, let's see. There's a chest here as well. Small one. Probably not worth it. It is not worth it. Alright. Just pushing through the last bit of it, and that is it. Right, fantastic, done. Yeah, just try and collect a bit more shard here. For the 8,000, I think not too bad. I can't quite remember what's the norm. I got 11 of those like auto currency as well, or reputation. So that's all good. Am I level up yet? No, I don't think so. I didn't hear anything like, the sound that I level up to another one. Still 86. I reckon I'm almost there. Like just a little bit. One more intel and there. And the seasonal objective is seasonal boss is still not there for me. That's a scam, man. Yeah, it's a bit of lag, after the server upgrade. I don't know whether you guys have experienced that or not. I've definitely experienced that. Alright, and just one more intel. I'm hoping that with that I'll get my seasonal boss. I didn't know that seasonal boss mission is taking so long. I think I'm just unlucky because I've done it before many times and it's not that bad. Okay, +2 seems to be a bit too easy. It's just a +4. +5 would be +5 would be +5 would be a +7, and there's really a lot of affixes on these things. What shall we do, guys? +2, quick and easy, yeah. Every 5 minutes I lose a life, which is fine, I guess. And after the champions deal more damage, I guess it's fine too. And the last bit is a normal enemy. So it's a whole bunch of hazard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with it. It's just a +4 though, should be quite a fast and simple one. Then I get to 87, put some points on my passive, then run a bit of Warzone. I hope by then I'll have a seasonal boss to play for you guys. But so far, I haven't got any upgrade yet. A bit disappointing.
The enemy is here, preying on the weak and using.
Alright, this should be very, very straightforward. Hey, let me change another weapon, right? So this one is anti-psyker. See, I still think that I should keep a Null Rod, because the Null Rod is really cool to be like anti-psyker. Ooh, there's poison here. Where is it come from? Wait, why am I killing all this? Basically, I don't need to. Yep, go baby, go. Yep, that's done. That's done as well.
Teleport beacon in range.
And after that, you can do a teleport beacon and back to where you were, I guess. Whoa, what was that? My screen looks a bit funny. Alright, very, very good. Sometimes it's good not to kill too fast, because you can wait until the judgment comes. And there's a chest. It's a big one. Right. Very cool. Which one is closer to me? I think I need to do the other one, yeah? I think both are quite the same. Yeah, I'm like level up to 88. I mean, from 17 onwards, everything is like a bonus. Now this is a seasonal shrine. Again, there's a lot of really good loot here. And make sure that you kill it fast, otherwise you don't get any loot here. You have to kill it really, really fast. Yeah, I think there must be a boss here if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's done. Yeah. Right, that's done. When I played the assassin, I thought I was playing a psyker because of all the fire around it as well. It's just so exciting. I think it was a decision to do a +4 instead. Otherwise, just too painful.
Teleport beacon in range.
Wow, what was that? Done!
You set a fine example for their kind, Inquisitor.
Yep, 87. That's not too bad. And okay, let me see. Yep, another passive point. Just wait until the reward go into my bag. It takes a while. It's slower, definitely, after the server migration. Okay, let's see. I've got a Null Rod, 118, 4 affixes, nope. Nope. And the art sword, nope. Nope. Okay, nothing exciting. So far, still not an upgrade. Upgrade is not that easy when you're getting higher level. I would do, you know what, I mean, I'm still not, like, you know, this is crazy, right? I just don't understand how this works. I've done it, like, you know, more than an hour. I'm not getting even one boss mission. It's very rare. I don't really see that happen before. So anyway, I'm going to do another car Warzone just to try to get more gear. It'd be so hilarious if I manage to get the Warzone gear rather than the from the intel, or I don't know. I'm hoping a seasonal boss will come. Then I'll end the stream maybe. Yep. Okay, so now is you can turn on the heat vision as well. You find that the snowing is a bit too overwhelming, but it's quite okay with me.
Excuse my height.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about Warzone is that it's very nice to do the seasonal shard, to collect the seasonal shard. Because you know how fast you can kill, and of course the faster you kill, the more shard you collect and more seasonal bosses you can do as well.
At this rate, you'll be back on board
Shrine.
in no time.
An alarm signal. You are too late.
I don't know where the alarm was. Right.
I couldn't disable the alarm in time.
Hostile unit down. Rinse out.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Okay, let's see. And I think this is it. Maybe it's just the reinforcement that came in. There's a small chest over here. Under the snowy sky. Done.
No more primary targets on my Argus scans. Well done. Stand by for extraction.
So usually I'll do a back-to-back. I mean, it's not too bad. 21,000 versus a 40-odd thousand. You know, and I reckon you do a bit faster as well. Just the loading screen take a while. Come on, man, seasonal boss. Still not there. It's strange. See, you got all these, like, you know, nice weapon. I think before 70 all these things are nice. After 70 I'm not quite sure. We'll see. But still there are choices. Okay, let's see. Is it my lucky day to get a seasonal boss mission out from this one? We'll have to see. Not quite sure.
Only corruption lies beyond the veil. There is nothing but suffering and death beneath the stars.
Right. Yep. Sometimes, you know, killing a little bit slower is like you get more judgment. Ooh, wow, the explosion. Right. Oh wait, hang on a second. I need to kill everything. Oh man. Now okay, apologies. I need to backtrack a little bit and see if I have like left anyone behind or not. I hope not. Because otherwise I'll end up having to, like, you know, like play it over again. I don't want to go all the way back. If I oh, see, there's stuff that I left behind. Nope, there's no more mob here. Okay, fine. I lost a bit of, like, you know, this is a super huge map. And let's see. Of course, you can a lot of rolling as well. Okay, back on track here. No worries. I didn't know there was a perch. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? Alright, cool. Okay, all clear here. Alright. This is a super huge map. They better give me a seasonal seasonal boss out from this one. Okay. Alright, that's done. You have to kill it fast, like I said, otherwise you will have no reward. For the seasonal shrine, I reckon. Almost there, almost there. Yeah, I think only Perch is the one that I may have a chance to get enough shots. Man, this is a super huge map. Yep, that's all done. There must be a boss somewhere here, maybe. Or not. Oh yes, my favorite cycle or not. Done. Was there any loot or just credit? Like, you know, I don't think there was any loot. Right, done. Cycle. Right, okay. It's done over here. Wow, still a way to go, man. This is a super huge map. It better give me some good reward. Yo, that is done. Nice. Alright, I think this is it, man. Has to be, right?
You are no Astartes, but you can certainly fight, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I can fight. There's a lot of flat poison on the floor. Be careful. Alright, done. So that is a two back-to-back kind of oh, there's a lot of poison here. 10k XP, not that great. Seasonal boss, come on, seasonal boss. It's already 1 hour 17 minutes. Very strange. Used to be a lot easier to get a seasonal boss. I cannot comprehend. Seems to me the faster I kill. Ooh, there you go, boss mission. Woohoo! Alright, okay, let's see, guys. Man, I cannot screw it up. Okay, let's see what kind of risk I'm likely to take. Oh, this is nice. When in enrage, all enemy within 5 meters are feared. That's not too bad. 84. I can consider this. Nope, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. But this one I can consider. I mean, even without the crit hit strength, right? You know, it's already +4 quality, and I think. But the other one gives me more experience point, which I think is more important. Yeah, look, I mean, I can't just put it into the inventory first and think about it later. Like all these junks here. I have a much bigger thing to think about right now, which is my seasonal boss. Okay, guys, we'll do a seasonal boss and call it a day. I hope I can do it. Now this seasonal boss is 91. 91 is 4 level above me. If I do a +5, there'll be 9 level above me. I think it's just too high for my assassin. Unfortunately, kind of like go beyond the 7 or 8 I'm comfortable with. So I'm going to have a +2. +2 will put it to 6 level above me. Still not easy one, but at least is more doable, I would say. High quality items. Die and fail the mission. Do I want to do that? Die and fail the mission, really? Mistake can happen, you know. Or I can take the damage bonus for all enemies, which will be more punishing for me, but at least it doesn't kind of like give me a death kind of penalty. And by doing that, I would chance to gain a duplicate item for each one in the reward pool. That's not too bad. I have to use this one here because otherwise I won't have enough high quality item. Now, at this point it's interesting because there are things I can do. So what I can do is that, well, take a look at my gear. Which gear am I lacking? Because I can actually try to spawn a particular kind of like item through the seal, because seal is the one that I can use to gain something, be it as the imprint, range weapon, melee weapon, and so on. But then what I found that is that if you try to use a seal, and I think how the game works is that they have a finite set of reward to you. So maybe in this run you gain 10 items. By using the seal, you'll get more armor but less of other things as well, which is not something that I'm inclined to do right now, unless I'm like, you know, okay, everything here is fantastic, only the armor is the one that's lacking, so let's just try my best to get it sorted that way. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So the last slot, and see how kind of like, you know, this one here is enemies are immune to attack that deal less than 100 damage. That means that all my burns are out of the window. Perhaps. I don't know how it worked though, because I'm already having a minus 78% kind of like, you know, damage dealt reduction. What does that, you know, less than 100 damage, is it before the reduction or after reduction, right? Well, there's only one way to find out. So if I end up doing very slow in this seasonal boss, you know that it's due to this guy here. Fingers crossed. So I waited more than an hour for this seasonal boss, and I hope I won't regret my choice of tarot card. A bit nervous. This is a poison one. Damn it.
Xenos, demons.
I think there's only one boss.
Enact the Emperor's will and purge the
Okay, not too bad.
universe of their taint. Let hatred be.
Ooh, a lot of fire everywhere.
Till I'm clean.
A lot of fire. This map is more fire map. I think it's not less about poison.
Easy journey.
Alright. Surprise! Oh wow, these are the the Chaos Champion. Alright, this is not too bad either. Oh, I'm like losing health. I have to take this down. Done. Execute. So my assassin went into it to execute, by the way, in case you wonder why the screen freezes. It's just like the Crusader. It can do execution. Alright, so far so good. So far so good. I need a bit more. Oh, there are more kind of toxic things, I think. Yeah, that is so far so good. So far so good, not too bad. Alright, cool. Then I take a supply box here. Give me a bit of like a surprise if I need to use that surprise belt item. Okay, these are just ooh, poison on the floor, you see that? So if you stand near that, then you'll be like, it's really bad, you know, the plague marine. Oh man. Alright, cool. Now this seasonal shrine you have to kill really fast, otherwise you don't get the reward. Yo, got it. Oh, this is a what? It's a cycle? I'm using the Null. I'm using the Null. What is it called? The Null Rods, by the way, because that is anti-cycle. It just shut them down, you know. It's very effective. Alright, cool. Just one boss, a bit. Whoa! The poison. No joke, man. Yo, that's done. Alright, cool. That is the. Let's see how much of the. It's 51,000 XP. Not that bad, I would say. So yep, I mean, I think I'll just conclude the stream here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've shared with you the build earlier on, the gear that I've got, the work in progress kind of like assassin that's using the arc blade, as well as the set 2, which is a Null Rod that's really just anti-cycle, because I just don't like them. As a boss, of course, you've seen a little bit of the leveling bit of it, the intel, the war zone, the seasonal kind of boss. So I think, yeah, I mean, there's a good number of things that you've seen here, and the of course loot wise. Let's go to loot, right? Because that's why you play this game. This one is the not really that for me. Neither one is this for me. You have to pay attention though, because it doesn't. The comparison, sometimes you have to remove the Sime doctrine to really compare, because they don't have the Diablo 3 whereby you compare apple by apple. Now you can't, because you have a Sime doctrine that of course is much better compared to the other one. So you have to put that into perspective as well. Usually I just compare the number of affixes that you've got that can tell a story. So there's a sniper kind of rifle, and then I've got a two-hand as well. Well, doesn't seems like really good things to have. Let me see. This is the last bit of it. It has about 10% base damage, better than the one I've got, but it's only. It's same as 5 affixes, I think. So it's comparable, I think. Really, do I want to disable enemy HP regeneration on hits, or have I come across mobs that has the XP regeneration? Maybe the answer is not. So I probably, I mean, it's a good item to sort of like, you know, it's 5 affixes. But I don't find that useful to disable enemy HP regeneration. Have I come across? I mean, even bosses, they don't regenerate XP, so I probably don't use this one. But I don't know. Maybe I just put it in the bank first, or my stash first. And I can think about it in future time. But the rest of it, unfortunately, is not something I can use. But that's okay. I mean, you know, it's part and parcel of the game. You just keep farming and keep seeing if you have the good loots and all. And yeah, I mean, I'm 87 now. almost halfway to 87, so I should be hitting 90 by the end of this week, I'm hoping. And then from 90 to 100 is a long journey, probably another 20-40 hours, I don't know, 20 hours perhaps to get there. But well, thank you very much for staying with me with this stream. I know some of you have watching this live with me, and also creating this stream for the offline or live replay as well. So if you have any requests, any question, do drop me a note below. Take care, y'all. The Emperor